Hi guys, Kevin Al from Infinite Wealth here. I am super excited today. We're going to try to get the BMW M3 that's been sitting on my lift, not running. Hasn't been on the street for probably 10 years. I'm down to the last thing, which is the fuel pump putting in. I think it has a bad fuel pump. Then hopefully today we're going to put the fuel pump in. It's going to fire up and it's going to be alive again. So a little backstory on my M3. I've owned this since August of 2002, had 15,000 miles on it when I bought it. Currently it has 28,000 miles on it. So once I get it down, get the cover off, I mean it's close to a brand new e36 M3 as probably you'll ever see. Hasn't been driven on the street for probably about 10 years. It was running until about 3.5 years ago. Combination of things, it had a bad cell in the battery. I was kind of in a hurry. I wanted to move it off of the lift, so I hooked it up on my charger jump starter, jump started it. Well, it burnt some of the wires in the engine harness, so needless to say, it's taken me a while to get around to replacing it. I did have to go ahead and replace the whole engine harness on it. So now we're gonna do the garage shuffle. All right, she is down. Let's pull the cover off and see what we got. It is titanium silver. Got the black leather interior with the Vader seats. 5-speed. All option car. Basically, this is what I ended up having to replace, so the entire engine harness. I kind of looked at repairing it. It looked like it was more damaged than what it was going to be worth to repair it. It looks like the wires burnt off the fuel pump solenoid here. So it burnt all through here, and then it did burn some other wires in here. Luckily, I was jump starting it and trying to get it started at the time. I was able to pull the battery off quick enough, so the whole car didn't burn up, but there was a major amount of smoke. And then since the car's been sitting so long, that was what the gas looked like the first time when I drained it. So then I put 5 gallons in, drained it again, got it down to there. So I did drain it one more time. I've got like 10 gallons of fresh gas in it. Actually put stable in it this time. And that's a good lesson. A lot of this probably would not have happened if I would have had stable in the gas and stored the car properly. I hadn't driven it on the street about 4 years ago. My dad and I, we did a 2-foot vault above where my lift is. So it was running at that time, and basically I was just pulling it in and out of the garage so I didn't get drywall dust all over it. So now 4 years later, my project's not finished. I haven't got it textured or anything like that, because the car has been kind of dead on the lift. It is all rewired. I changed the fuel filter, put new spark plugs in it. It's had a trickle charger on the battery, so the battery's good to go. So yesterday I tried to start it after getting all this done. It has everything but fuel. I did some testing. There's power back to the plug at the fuel pump. I jumped the fuel pump with just a battery. It would not come on. So I believe that the fuel pump's the problem. My only other concern is maybe the DME got burned up when the wire fire happened, but I'm pretty hopeful that it's going to start. So I'm going to throw that fuel pump in real quick and then I will be right back. All right, the fuel pump is in, the moment of truth. Kind of excited and kind of nervous at the same time. Let's see what happens. Now I did prime it with the key, fuel pump turned on, and then I had the battery in there that I used to try to test the old one yesterday, so I did prime it up, so hopefully it starts right up. Part of me, I can't believe that I actually did fix it. I have not heard that sound for so long. I'm super excited. And let it warm up for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to do a quick oil change on it. I did air up all the tires, made sure the battery was good and everything yesterday. So once the oil's changed, it should be ready to drive. We're going to pull it off the lift for the first time in 4 years and take it for a drive around the block. All right, it's been running for a few minutes, no electrical smoke, everything looks good, nothing smoking, everything looks good. The engine sounds great. I did put plugs in it too. I had to take the upper intake off in order to put that wire harness in. So she's just running as smooth as ever. Here. Does have an active AutoWorks catback exhaust on it. Some 18-inch Nietzsche wheels. Other than that, it's got Euro corner lights. It's got crystal cut tail lights, and basically it's stock otherwise. It's definitely a survivor. It's not all beat up. It's not all rashed out like a lot of them are. Hasn't been slammed down on coilovers. Nobody's wrecked it trying to drift with it. So I've had the car almost 18 years, no accident, no paint work, no dents, no dings, anything like that. So I am so happy that it's running again. We're gonna get the oil changed and then we're gonna take it for a spin. Normally don't change the oil on the lift, but as long as it's on the lift, it makes it a little bit easier. Don't have to jack it up, don't have to worry about that. Let's see what this looks like. Quite a while since the oil's been changed in this thing. Not bad. It definitely smells like that bad gas, so it's a good idea to get this changed and get it out of there. All right, we'll let that drain for a few minutes and then we'll pop back up top and do the filter. So this is what the fuel pump looked like that I pulled out. It's all yellow and gunky. I'm sure it's all gummed up inside. So that's what it looks like after it sits around in 10-year-old bad gas. Got all the oil drained out of the bottom. Now we're up to the top. 13 millimeter for the oil filter. I use a man filter. Then we use Mobile One 0W40. Use that on all my M3s. So if you've never changed oil on the BMW before, you have to change the O-ring on the end of that. There's an O-ring on the inside of the cover. and the filter just lifts out of the canister. So I'll get that finished up, and then we'll be back to fill it up with oil. All right, I had about a quart in the old jug. So this is 5. This will put us at 6. It's a good start. These hold 6.5 quarts with filter. Put the oil cap on and fire it up and make sure that the level's full. Looks like it's about half quart low. I'm going to add that half quart, and then we're going to roll it off the lift. Alright, it is off the lift. Didn't blow up, the brakes worked, no smoke, everything looks good. Now that it's out in the sun, we'll take a look at it. Back. Look at the wheels. No, they're not staggered like the originals. The inside. It's all black interior. Elevators. That one's hardly been sat in. Side shot, little ADD moment. It's my other daily. It's actually clean. I just got this out of winter storage. It's 2008 Lexus LS 460L. It's actually clean. I haven't driven it yet this year either. They just had the street sweepers out in my neighborhood today. I'll start driving this to work every day. The other side. side bolster. Alright, that is pretty much it for a walk around in the sun. As you can see, the M3 is back up on the lift. I did take it out, I drove it. Tires had horrible flat spots on it, so it was shaking so bad I couldn't really video it. I did get it to the gas station, filled up with gas. It does run, it drives, it does everything it should. I was having some problems with the power windows and the sunroof not working. They're still not working. So I think my next video will be replacing the ZKE4 module, which is the body control module. That should fix the windows and the sunroof. Hopefully once I get all that stuff fixed, we can also take it out, do an in-car, drive it around, actually show you what the car can do. Other car here is my supercharged Fox body. We're going to be putting the camera in this car, going out, beating on it a little bit, see what it can do. It has a 331 stroker, Paxton supercharger, head cam intake, Maximum Motorsports road and track box on it. So this is a real fun car to drive too. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Please hit the like button down below. Put in a comment if you have a comment. Subscribe to my channel. We're going to be doing a lot more with the M3, the Mustang. We've got some Lexus videos coming up. So again, thank you so much for watching my video. Stay tuned for some more videos on the M3.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.